Every single day I meet people who tell me, Dr. Juliana, I've tried every diet, I've done everything right, I've given up sugar, dairy, processed foods, but I'm still inflamed, I still feel puffy, my joints ache, I wake up tired, and nothing seems to change. And I look at them and say softly, my friend, you're not broken. You're just inflamed in a way that no diet can touch. Because inflammation isn't only what happens when you eat the wrong thing, it's what happens when your body is stuck in the wrong state. Chronic inflammation begins when your body believes it's under threat all the time, when the stress doesn't stop, when the body never gets permission to rest. So even if your food is clean, your body is still reacting like you're running from danger. That's why you can eat the perfect salad and still feel exhausted. Inflammation is your body's alarm system. It's not your enemy. It's actually your protector. When you get hurt, when a virus enters, when your cells need defense, inflammation rises to help you heal. But when that alarm never turns off, when your nervous system keeps shouting, danger, the healing process becomes your prison. That's when inflammation becomes destructive. You see, your immune system is listening to your mind every second. Every thought, every emotion, every fear releases chemistry. When you live in worry, anxiety, comparison, anger, or guilt, your body thinks it's in danger. It releases cortisol and adrenaline, those stress hormones that keep you alert but also keep inflammation alive. It's like a little fire that never dies out, burning your energy slowly from the inside. And that's the part most people miss. They keep chasing diets, supplements, pills, powders, thinking the solution is outside. But I tell them, the real anti-inflammatory power lies within. It's not about what you add, it's about what you stop. When you stop overstimulating your nervous system, when you stop feeding your body with fear, your inflammation stops in its tracks. You can literally feel it in your body, the calm, the relief, the peace returning to your cells. And the body, when it feels safe, knows exactly how to heal. Let me share something simple but profound. When you breathe slowly, deeply, and consciously, you are telling your body, it's safe. That single signal changes everything. It lowers cortisol, increases oxygen flow, and activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of you that repairs, digests, and regenerates. You see, you cannot heal in fight or flight. You can only heal in rest and repair. That's why I tell my patients, before you change what's on your plate, change what's in your mind. Change the signal. Because when your body receives peace, inflammation shuts off almost instantly. I remember one of my patients, beautiful woman in her 40s, who came to me in tears because she had done every diet possible. She was exhausted, swollen, and hopeless. I told her something simple. For 1 week, forget about food rules. Instead, every morning, walk outside, look at the sky, take 3 slow breaths, and before every meal, breathe deeply and smile. She thought it was too easy. But 3 days later, she called me and said, Dr. Juliana, my pain is almost gone. What did you do? And I said, I didn't do anything. You did. You told your body you were safe. That is what inflammation is waiting for, safety. The body can't heal in chaos. The cells can't thrive in fear. So when you slow down, when you rest, when you trust your body again, inflammation no longer needs to protect you. It finally gets the message. The danger is over, and it stops. We live in a world where people think more is better. More vitamins, more supplements, more detoxes. But true healing comes from subtraction, not addition. Remove the noise. Remove the rush. Remove the need to be perfect. Because every time you punish yourself, criticize yourself, or push your body too hard, you reignite inflammation. But every time you choose gratitude, every time you breathe, every time you choose calm instead of chaos, you stop inflammation at the root. Inflammation is not just about what you eat, it's about how you live. It's about the conversations you have, the thoughts you repeat, the sleep you allow, and the peace you create. If you spend all day judging yourself or living in fear, it won't matter how clean your diet is. Your cells are still swimming in stress hormones. That's why I always say forgiveness is anti-inflammatory. Love is anti-inflammatory. Silence is anti-inflammatory. Your body listens to every single word you think. When you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is check your phone, see bad news, compare yourself, and rush into the day, you are starting a fire inside you before you even eat breakfast. But if you wake up, sit for 1 minute, breathe deeply, thank your body for keeping you alive, and stretch with intention, you send the opposite signal. You tell your immune system, stand down, we are safe. And in that moment, inflammation stops. The truth is, inflammation is just your body's way of saying, please slow down. It's your body whispering that it's tired of fighting, that it wants peace, that it wants balance again. When you listen, when you rest, when you honor that whisper, everything begins to change. Your digestion improves, your mind clears, your skin glows, your sleep deepens, and your heart feels lighter. That's what healing feels like. It feels like coming home. So, tonight, before you go to bed, do something gentle. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and breathe. Feel your heart beating, your chest rising and falling, your body existing here and now. Whisper softly to yourself, I am safe. My body is healing. The inflammation is ending. And just notice how your body responds. You might feel warmth, tingling, or calmness spreading. That's your biology responding to peace. That's your inflammation turning off. The most powerful medicine is not found in a bottle or a diet plan. It's found in your breath, your peace, your ability to calm your own storm. Because when you do that, you activate your body's most ancient, most intelligent healing mechanism. And no diet in the world can compete with that. You are the medicine. You are the calm your body has been waiting for. You are the reason inflammation stops in its tracks. Once people finally understand that inflammation isn't just about food, that it's about the constant stress signals flooding the body, the next question they always ask me is, Dr. Juliana, how do I actually stop it? How do I turn off inflammation when my life feels so busy, so loud, so heavy? And I tell them the process is simpler than you think. It doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. It's not about doing more. It's about doing different. The first thing you must do is teach your body how to rest again. Most people think rest means sleeping, but real rest is deeper. It's when your body and mind both feel safe enough to let go. You can sleep 8 hours and still wake up inflamed if your mind never stopped racing. So I tell my patients 1 hour before bed, create silence. Turn off the noise, the screens, the scrolling, the stimulation. Let your body know that it's nighttime. When the lights dim and the mind quiets, your body releases melatonin, one of the most anti-inflammatory hormones you naturally produce. Melatonin isn't just for sleep. It repairs your DNA, reduces oxidative stress, and signals your immune system to reset, but it only releases in peace. So if you fall asleep staring at your phone, your body stays inflamed even through the night. The second key is fasting, but not just the kind where you stop eating food. I'm talking about sensory fasting, fasting from chaos, from noise, from mental clutter. But yes, physical fasting is powerful too. When you give your digestive system a break, your body activates a process called autophagy, which means self-cleaning. Your cells start to recycle old, damaged proteins, detoxify inflammation, and regenerate fresh energy. And you don't have to do extreme fasting for this to work. Even a simple 14 to 16-hour fast, like finishing dinner early and skipping breakfast, gives your body the signal to repair instead of digest. When you fast, insulin drops and inflammation begins to fade. It's the most ancient healing rhythm your body knows. But I always remind people, fasting is not about punishment, it's about rhythm. If you fast with stress, your body won't heal. If you fast with calm intention, your body responds beautifully. That's why I tell my patients drink warm water in the morning, take deep breaths, move slowly, and tell your body, why are cleansing now? We are safe. The words you say matter. They create the chemistry that either inflames or heals you. Now, the third part of stopping inflammation is emotional detox. Yes, your body holds emotions the same way it holds toxins. Every resentment, every old wound, every bit of shame you've stored away, your body keeps as chemical tension, and that tension creates inflammation. When you think of someone who hurt you, and you still feel your heart tighten, that's inflammation. When you relieve old pain and your body tenses, that's inflammation. So how do you release it? Through expression. Crying is anti-inflammatory. Journaling is anti-inflammatory. Forgiveness is anti-inflammatory because these things allow trapped energy to move again. I often say that tears are not weakness, they're chemistry. They contain stress hormones your body is trying to release. When you cry, you lower cortisol, you create space, you let healing begin. So if you've been holding things in, let them go. Speak to your body like it's your best friend. Tell it you're sorry for pushing it so hard. Tell it you're grateful for keeping you alive through it all. Gratitude changes inflammation faster than any supplement ever will. The fourth tool is movement, but not punishment movement. Movement that feels gentle, rhythmic, connected to breath. When you walk in nature, when you stretch, when you dance slowly, you increase blood flow, oxygenate your tissues, and move lymph fluid, the system that removes inflammation from your body. You don't need an intense workout, you need consistent, loving motion. Even 10 minutes of mindful movement daily lowers inflammatory markers in the blood. Now let's talk about food, because of course it still plays a role, but I want you to understand it differently. Don't see food as an enemy, see it as information. Every bite tells your body something. Eat foods that tell your body you're safe. Whole foods, alive foods, foods close to the earth. Think olive oil, avocado, leafy greens, berries, turmeric, ginger, garlic. These are not trends, they're ancient medicine. But remember, the mindset you bring to your meal matters more than the meal itself. If you eat in a rush, stressed, angry, or distracted, your digestion shuts down. You can eat the healthiest food in the world and still absorb none of it. But if you sit, breathe, smell your food, and thank your body, you activate the parasympathetic system, your rest, digest mode, and every cell receives nourishment. That is true anti-inflammation. The fifth and maybe most overlooked step is breathing. People underestimate it because it seems too simple, but the breath is the fastest way to shift your nervous system from stress to peace. I teach a simple technique: inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. That longer exhale tells your body that danger has passed. Do this for just 2 minutes and you'll literally feel your body temperature drop, your shoulders relax, and your brain clear. That's your inflammation lowering. Every deep breath is a message of healing. And finally, I want you to remember the power of light. The way you start and end your day affects your inflammation. Morning sunlight resets your circadian rhythm, boosts serotonin, and tells your body it's a new day. Night darkness tells your body to repair. Most of us live under artificial light all day and all night, confusing our biology. So every morning, go outside even for 5 minutes. Let the light touch your eyes and skin. That natural signal lowers inflammation more than most people realize. You see, healing inflammation is not about perfection, it's about harmony. Your body is not asking you to live in fear of food or to chase endless rules. It's asking you to come home to rhythm, to peace, to presence. Inflammation is chaos, healing is order. Every calm breath, every grateful thought, every night of deep rest is a message to your immune system that it can stop fighting. Let me tell you something beautiful. You are not fighting against your body is fighting for you. Every ache, every flare, every swelling is not a punishment. It's a cry for balance. When you give your body that balance, when you give it rest, peace, hydration, sunlight, breath, movement, and love, it will thank you in the only language it knows, healing. So starting tomorrow, I want you to make one small promise to yourself. Don't try to change everything at once. Just choose one area of inflammation to calm. Maybe it's your thoughts, maybe it's your food, maybe it's your sleep, just one. Because when you create peace in one part of your body, that peace spreads everywhere. Your body begins to remember how to heal. And that's when the magic happens. You wake up one morning and the pain is lighter. Your skin looks clearer. Your mind feels calmer. You feel like yourself again. That's not coincidence. That's chemistry. That's your body responding to your new vibration of peace. So remember this always: inflammation cannot survive in a body that feels safe. Your job is not to chase perfection. It's to create safety, to create calm, to create love. Because when you do, inflammation stops in its tracks. And that, my friend, is better than any diet in the world.